Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations and C3 Planning. This is a plan with me video, and I will speed up some of the process so that it's not quite as long, but we are planning for the week of January 11th through the 17th, and I have a couple of things that I wanted to share I'm really excited about. On Instagram I posted these pictures, and these are actually up in the shop right now, but these are some images that I actually had my daughter draw for me, and I have turned them into stickers. So these are the grocery bags that we made, and it's got a baguette, some carrots, and some apples in there. I know it's kind of hard to see, and these are on glossy paper. I also have some Water Me, so kind of reminders for watering the plants, because I'm always forgetting, and I figured if I'm always forgetting, I would imagine somebody else is always forgetting too. So these are also hand drawn by my daughter. And then of course these awesome birthday cakes. I told her that I wanted something whimsical and fun and colorful, and she came up with these. I did want to show that these are actually cut out in it's about a 3/4 inch circle. Because she's got all these little swirlies and stars on there, it was a little hard to actually get the right outline image for it, so I decided just to go ahead and make it a circle, and I think it works just fine, honestly. So those are just some fun images that she created for me, and are now available in the shop. I also am going to be planning with a new set today. This is called the Snow Flurry set, and I've got a washi sheet, which has, these are actually cut, so it looks like they're just full boxes, but they're actually cut. So each box has 4 different washi strips. We've got our bottom washi with the accent piece washi, and then I also have my weekend banner washi here. These will be up in the shop by the end of today. So this is kind of, close this off here. This is the Snow Flurry functional set, which has got the headers, your to-do, your work, personal, this week, next week, to buy, goals, to clean, home, and important, your weekend banners, your checklists, and then just a couple of little icon, and there are actually a set of the little teardrops as well. For my purposes, I actually went ahead and printed 2 sets on 1 page, which also includes the half boxes and the check boxes as well. So here are the little teardrops that go with that set. So there are 2 sets actually printed on this page, but they are separate. So for my purposes, like I said, I just printed 1 sheet. And then we have the Snow Flurry full boxes as well. So they're patterned and all snow themed. And then I'm really excited about these fun little snow critters and friends. So I've got Baby It's Cold Outside for a decorative piece, some hats, some mittens, ice skate. We have 2 little owls, boy and a girl, and a dog and a cat down here too. So I thought that was really fun, and that will be in the shop pretty much all winter long. I don't think that it is specific to any one month or season per se. So again, I'm going to go ahead and keep those stocked in the shop until we hit some warmer days. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start with my washi, my bottom washi strip. So I'm going to use this big snowflake one. And this actually, out of all of these, is the only one that is in a matte format, because it's actually on removable paper. So just going to go ahead and line this up with my bottom edge. Okay, and I'm going to take my chevron. I'm careful not to rip this one this time. Just kind of line that up right in the middle. Make sure you give those a good press. This is the part where it always seems to rip on my finger. I did not put that on straight at all, but I'm not going to let it bother me. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to start from this side now. Just again lining up with that bottom edge of the boxes. Okay, and I'm going to bring in my ruler. This does rip with the traditional ruler, so you don't need scissors for that. Okay, nice clean edge. Just put that there, and I'll get my chevron strip. Oops. Yeah, so this removable stuff, you just have to make sure you give it a good press. And then my chevron. Clean up that edge. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and we'll jump into the headers, and I will speed this up so you will be able to see it, but I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to do my my weekend washi, my weekend banner. So I'll do that real quick. Okay, that is not really straight. I'm going to try and just clip. Bring my scissors. I should have put that down before I put the bottom washi down. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to go do my headers. And like I said, I will actually fast forward through this, but you should be able to see all of the process. Okay, so now we have all of our headers done, and hopefully that was a fairly painless process. And now I'm going to go ahead and put down my check boxes. I went with circles. I was going to do snowflakes, but I just didn't like the way that they looked, and I couldn't get quite as many on there. So for me, I like to put my checklists here in my to-dos. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I've got my check boxes down, and I can start kind of laying down my full boxes and my weekend banner. I am going to add, I think I want to do, I'm going to do the chevron here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the purple in the box next to it. Okay, and then I'm going to use my curved weekend banner. Okay, and again, same as last week, you just kind of center up your K, and then, oh, too low, or too high. And then there you go. So there's my weekend banner. And now I can kind of decorate. I'm going to put, gonna do a light blue down here for the weekend. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I am going to, no, I'll do that. I have a class that I'm teaching on Saturday, so I was going to put a checkbox there, but really I need the checkbox on Friday. And honestly, if I have the to-do checkboxes, I don't typically need a checkbox there as well, but sometimes I like to do that. Okay, so I'm just doing that there. I'm going to add this guy here. Do another decorative here. I can see that my work sticker is not straight. Okay, and it's peeling up, so you know what? I'm just going to leave it. All right, and then I think I'm going to do, I actually need to write some meetings down for Thursday at work. So I'm going to add this little checkbox here. Okay. And I think I'll add another one here. Oh yes, because I do actually have a sales meeting I have to attend. So I won't need to do my appointment stickers. All right, and then I think I'm just going to put this solid blue right here, and I do this every time. Need to peel up that weekend banner so I can get this full box in there. Okay. And I think I'll do, I wanted to use my little decorative sheet for, I can't find the decorative sheet now. Oh, here it is. I wanted to put the Baby It's Cold Outside up here in the top box. I always like to have some sort of words or quote or something up here in this top box. So I've got that there, and I can use now my other headers. So I'm actually going to double up 2 of these. I'm going to put the important. So I'm going to put the important first, and then I'm going to put important this week. So this way I can have those 2 things there. And then I'm going to use one of these check boxes. Okay, and then I will use, let me have one more checkbox. I think I will use, I'm going to use next week, next, and then I'm going to use that other checkbox. And then I'm going to put goals. And then I'm going to use one of these half boxes. I'll use the chevron. Okay, and then I'm going to use let's do to clean. To clean, and then I think I can get one more half box in there. So I think I'm going to use this other purple one. You know what? It's just a little too big. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull in my washi, because I think that this smaller one will actually fit. So I'm going to use this, the chevron. Okay, and I have just a tiny little sliver left. So I'm just going to use I'm just going to use one of these tiny here, and then I can trim off the bottom. And these are nice because it's a continuing pattern rather than this the way I did it last month, where it was each one of those had the pattern in it. This one continues, so it looks like it's just a continuation. Okay, so just cut that off, and that completes that.